Hello and welcome to K2AV's Make Pretend AV Setup Show. My name is Jasky. I'm sure you've tuned into an episode previously, but if you haven't, we have business owners and business operators submit a question to us here at K2AV, and then our team designs an audio-visual solution thinking how we can help them run their business better by integrating technology and make it more productive. Today, we have the owner of a chiropractic clinic here in Perth named Edna. She submitted a question on how she feels they can operate better using an audiovisual solution. We'll cross over to her. She'll explain what she wants to do. Then we'll come back here, we'll do a design and kick some goals. Hope you enjoy this episode.
My name is Edna Gintini. I own Gintini Chiropractic in Spearwood. And for the last 10 to 15 years, I've been working with kids in the practice as my main focus. I check primitive reflexes on these kids, I look for posture, I look for movement patterns, and as part of their exercise or their take-home care, they get particular exercises that are specific to what their body requires. It would be really great if there was a way that I could record the exercises as I'm showing them to the parents and having the kids do them, so I can talk through what to look for and then to be able to send that video with the parents so that they have that really good access to the information that was specifically for their child with the cues and the things that they need to remember.
Thanks, Edna. I know it's been mentioned, but I do want to reiterate, small consulting businesses and also medical practices like Edna's do not realize that they're doing a lot of repetitive tasks that adding technology can eliminate or minimize greatly, which means your business is a lot more productive, you're able to take on more clients, you're able to even enhance the customer experience, which they are not able to get without merging technology with these sort of consulting businesses. So, in this case, where Edna's mentioned having the ability to record and capture any sort of treatment that she is undertaking with a patient, is very, very easily done by essentially getting a high quality camera that you can then control in different presets depending on where they are in the room. So the camera we will use is called the Ava Cam 520 Pro. This is a great quality camera, 12 times zoom, so you can really capture very intricate details. It's also got smart capture, so if you kind of off where the patient is, it automatically adjusts to capturing their face and their body. It also has the ability to have presets. So this part of the room is where the patient is currently lying. Switch the preset to there. You've got all that on a remote control and you can change it accordingly. So the camera will give you a high resolution image that you're capturing of your patient or whoever's in your practice. Then what we want to be able to do is record that so you can share it with your patients and anyone else. So the product we're going to use here is a really, really cool product, very cost effective for these sort of small consulting and medical practices. It's called the Matrox Monarch HD. It's a very small box, essentially a little bit smaller than this iPad. And what it lets you do is it lets you live stream whatever you're capturing from this camera or record. And then also upload directly onto YouTube, Facebook. You can even go live on Facebook through the Matrox device. You can record anything you're capturing on a USB, SD card, or even on a network. So it's so valuable in this case where patients come in, you've got the camera in the orientation you want. One, you can stream it to another chiropractor that can give you feedback if that's what you want. Or you can record it and the patient comes back 2 weeks later and go, hey, this is how you were moving previously, and now this is you now 2 weeks later. Hey, we can see that improvement. And the greatest part about this Matrox device is you can use a smartphone, iPad, any sort of device to control the unit without you needing to stand there and manually change and click buttons. You can press a few keys and you can control it however you want.
Because I'm testing for primitive reflexes and movement patterns, I would also find a pre-video, like pre-first visit, quite helpful so that I could explain to the parents without having the kids here. I don't have to have these conversations in front of the kids because a lot of them are already aware that they're a little bit different or their posture is a bit not quite the same as their mates. So that would be really beneficial to have that. So I do work with a computer program where the kids are doing movement-based patterns. So they start off clapping to a beat that they're hearing in the headphones. We do a little bit of footwork. We do right side, left side. I can say that they've got a retained reflex. I can grade that reflex. I can write down what it looked like or how the child was behaving. But if I had an actual video of what we saw. Like a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I think a video is worth many more. So if I could get that as a reference for during, interim time while I'm taking care of the kids, and just for the parents to be able to see that, it just would help us all be on the same page. It would also be really beneficial if we could do a comparison. So being able to see what they were like in the first visit compared to where we're at the progress exams.
So to tackle this part of Edna's requirements, what we need is some sort of display which will serve many purposes. One being the ability to play a pre-presentation. Secondly, having the ability to see what your camera is actually recording. And thirdly, just for the ability to present anything. There's some information you may just want to throw up so your patient or client can see that information without you having to verbally explain it. So it serves all those purposes, and for that we would use a 65-inch standard commercial LG display. The reason being, it's bright, it's reliable, has 3 years warranty, and it's very cost effective. But there is something we would recommend. Because this is a non-interactive dumb display, we would recommend using an interactive display. So it's kind of like this, where it still serves all those purposes, where you can present something, you can play a video, you can do all of that. But on top of that, you have the ability to do something like annotation. So if, say, this was a customer, let me use a brighter font. If this was a patient's leg, you're like, hey, this is how you were doing it last time. This is the problem area. We need to work on this. Maybe you can do this better. What that achieves is the ability for a better customer experience. Your patient feels like you're walking them through the process. They understand better. They have better progress because you are able to explain it using technology, which you can't do verbally or over text. And also just having a competitive advantage. You're one of the few practices that is able to do that. And we have seen great results with medical practices and also consulting businesses having that sort of technology to be able to guide their clients a little bit better. And the last part of the solution is having some audio in that space, just in case you want to create some background ambiance, some peaceful music. We would recommend installing 2 wall-mount WMA30 speakers. These are simple, cost-effective, great for this sort of purpose, and gives you plenty of headroom if you want some music and audio in your practice. And that is the end of the episode. I hope you found that valuable and you can see how integrating some audiovisual solutions can take away a lot of the repetitive tasks, can add heaps of value, can make them a lot more productive, and even be more profitable because you can get more clients in and also provide yourself a competitive advantage. That entire solution is $7,500 fully installed with commercial warranty and 12-month unlimited support from K2AV. Hope you find that valuable. Please share it if there is someone in a business organization that you think would benefit from watching this episode. And thank you so much for watching.